Hello, everybody, and welcome. Happy Thursday to you all. And I'm Leslie Vitel, business strategist and mentor for integrative health professionals. And I'm very much looking forward to today's session. I love this topic so very much. And we are fortunate to have an expert, an actual PR expert here with us today. So let me give you just kind of a quick overview of what we're going to cover today. We have a special guest, Jill Lublin. Did I say that right?
Lublin, but close enough.
Lublin, close enough. I was like, close, but as soon as I said it, right? All right, Lublin. And Jill, like I said, is an expert in PR, and she's going to talk about how to use guerrilla publicity to get more clients. And I know this is a topic that's very near and dear to all of our hearts, right? We want the right people reaching out to us. We want to grow our email list. There's so many reasons why this is critically important. You guys spend so much time, doing posting on Instagram and creating content and all of these things. So Jill is going to help us kind of put those pieces together so that we can be more effective in the marketplace. We want to position ourselves as the expert and get lots of leads coming in, right? So that we can grow our businesses, offer, a variety of different services, including one-to-one, as well as those more leveraged offers. So if you want to be an influencer in your industry, honestly, we've got to play a bigger game in terms of media visibility. So based on her international bestseller, Guerrilla Publicity, Jill shares simple strategies to help you go from unknown to newsworthy, and sharing her proven secrets to understanding what the media actually wants, which is key. And so Jill is going to help you with short-term doable tactics that will boost your visibility for both you and your brand. So welcome, Jill. Really happy to have you here today.
Thank you, Leslie. It's a delight to be here.
Really excited. All right. So we're going to cover several things today, including really the proven, I guess, kind of industry secrets to help you understand, again, what the media outlets are actually looking for. I know this is going to be really pivotal for many of you who are trying to crack the code and get more media attention. How to get instant actionable techniques that, again, are going to help boost your visibility. And you're going to learn how to drive prospects to your door and profits to your pocket. Gotta love that. So with that being said, I always like to know a little bit about the journey, right? So Jill, can you tell us a little bit about what led you to where you are today?
So a couple things, one of which was a failed attempt at law school. I actually really wanted to be an attorney. I thought that would be a great way to make a difference. I always want to help people and make a difference and serve. And, I thought law school would be a good path. Well, that didn't quite work out. But during law school, I actually got into the music business. And, I started doing really my true talent, which is promotion and publicity. And I was actually the director of several independent record labels, the director of publicity and promotion, and thereby discovering my truest talent. And now, of course, I work with all kinds of people, including a lot of integrative professionals, health and healing coaches, people in the alternative fields, and small business owners, and really having a great time with that. And that, of course, was an evolution from running my own PR agency, which I also did. And then once I wrote Guerrilla Publicity, that honestly should just be, that's just been a really powerful connection and the opportunity to help entrepreneurs and small business people who can't afford big promotional budgets, right? So I love doing that. And I do that through an interactive virtual publicity course. And I do that through speaking and training all around the world, and a lot virtually these days.
Yeah, I'll bet, right? The landscape has changed over the last couple of years, for sure. One thing that I really appreciate about what you've shared so far is, your desire to help, people in, that have small businesses, right? Because, they have a lot to offer. I mean, as you know, my audience, a lot of really, really well trained health professionals in private practice. They are doing amazing work in the world. They've got a lot of really powerful ideas to share. Many are wanting or perhaps have written a book. Um, but the challenge is getting it out there, right? And so I really just want to say thank you for contributing in that way and helping people, in solo practice, kind of the little guy, right, that can really make a difference in the world. So, with that being said, all right, guys, let's go ahead and jump in. I really am myself really curious and excited to learn more about PR strategies. So, Jill, tell us, as a 25-year plus veteran of PR, what is public relations? Can you help us by defining that?
So public relations, first of all, happens when you walk into a Zoom room, when you're out for a cup of coffee, when you're meeting everyone and anyone. What the point is that you have to have a really clear message, and you have to be able to speak it quickly, effectively, and simply. So I think that for me, public relations, and I really want to expand people's definition of it, public relations happens all the time. Whether you're
Mm,
conscious about it or not, you are doing public relations. You're inviting people to connect to you, to be part of your business, to do business with you. So I just really want to underline the fact that you're always doing it. And it includes media such as newspapers, radio, TV, blogs, podcasts, right? And that's public relations. But it really begins with your message and your clients and prospects. And what I love about public relations is it gives you the power to create prospects and profits
mm,
and really much more clients and impact and trust. And that makes a huge difference.
mm. I love that. Yeah, and I mean, the message, I see this every day in the work that I do with clients. Just messaging across the board and just in terms of marketing is so critical because, much of the work that my clients do in the world, it's kind of hard to describe, right? It's intangible in many ways. And so we always want to help our potential clients to just have a better, clear, concise understanding of how we can help, like what's in it for them. So how then do you, in terms of messaging, obviously we're in agreement in terms of like how important messaging is. So how do you go about creating it? And, do you have a process for that?
Yes. The biggest thing about messaging is that you have to discuss and put out what's the problem out there. If people have a backache, they're going to be unproductive at work. If people are suffering emotionally or having, depression, they're going to be suffering in every part of their life, right? And your people will always be serving their clients to serve others, right? So everybody's got to be in great shape here. And I think when you point
Mhm.
to what the problem is, then people can go, oh, yeah, that's something that I have an issue with, or, it relates to them. And then the other side of that formula is give
Mm.
solution. And I think that that's really important too. And you want to give, I like three. And I want you to speak in you language. You notice I'm doing it right now. I'm speaking in you language so that you, the viewer and listener, can feel included in this. Always
Mm.
do that. That'll help you a lot in your message.
So use the word you,
Yes.
right? And
Use the word
a
you.
singular, like you're talking to one person, right?
Exactly.
Versus, that's kind of an interesting nuance that that I picked up recently just with getting trained in copywriting.
Yeah,
So
it makes a huge difference of being powerful, being consistent with your message. And here's the truth. It may bore some of you after a while. Don't be
Yes.
concerned about that, because what I really want you to
Mm,
do is have it so that you can completely repeat it consistently. Because being
okay.
consistent and persistent with your message is actually part of what guarantees success. Just saying.
Okay. So it's interesting that you say that. So basically, I would assume as part of the process, in creating a message, we have to get clear on our niche, right? Who it is that we're targeting, what are the problems that that market is experiencing, right? And of course, be able to articulate the solutions. So is being clear on your niche in your process the first step?
Well, in your world of more working with people,
Yeah.
yes. And in my world of getting in media, which here's the thing, imagine this, that you are quoted in your local newspaper, that you're on the radio, that you're featured in a
Mhm.
podcast, even your own Facebook Lives, Instagram Lives, whatever you want to do, guess
Yes.
what? That puts you front and forward and makes such a huge difference. So I really want to underline the fact that the power of your message is really what's going to drive people and yes, clients, and also media to you. Like when
Okay.
Simone Biles quit the Olympics, any of my mental health professionals, people working in mindset transformation, goal setting, you know, health coaches, guess what? They were front and center in the media commenting about her leaving the
Mm,
Olympics. So, what I want to say to all of you is you have the opportunity and ability to be featured in the media. And imagine this, really prospects coming to you because you're the quoted one, the expert, right? That's
the
how you want to
expert, right?
align yourself.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's funny you say that, because I wanted to ask you how would you define an expert?
Well, I just want to say, point to yourself right now. Those of you watching, those of you listening, you're the expert. You're the
Yes.
expert. And so, how I define it, if you have, taken the courses and done the work to do what you do and have the degrees and the credentials and the background, guess what? You're the expert. So now it's positioning yourself as an expert so that you get, more prospects, so that people know your name, so that it creates, I like to call it the I've heard of you somewhere syndrome. And
Yeah,
that is what's
that's
going to
great.
drive your publicity. So, yes, publicity then gets you niched it. And frankly, if you know your niche, which is great, what's wonderful about that, let's say you want women who are certain ages. Well, guess what? Then the question is, what media are they watching, listening to, reading? And going after, let's say, women's media, women's podcasts, that kind of thing. And then talking about fill in the blank, right? How to have better
Right.
self care, going out for Mother's Day if you serve mostly women, and talking about, how do you create a healthy life. And there's all kinds of ways
Mhm.
that you can keep coming in at different times of the year that make a big difference.
Okay, so that kind of leads us to, um, creating um, uh, a script. I guess that like for the media. When I think that's one of the things that scares people is like, oh my God, what am I going to say? Can you give us some tips on how to approach that?
Absolutely. And thank you, Leslie. It is a script.
Yeah.
And don't be afraid of that, because here's the thing, when you have a script, good news is you know what to say. So when you follow my formula I gave you, which is define what is the problem today. See, the media needs to know the problem today is 78% of people are depressed and anxious because of COVID, for example. So if
Mm-hmm.
you can find a statistic, that is good. And then,
Okay.
and then say what you are, right? As a fill in the blank mindset coach, or mindful eating person, I'd like you to, I'd like to recommend 3 easy things that you
Mm.
can do simply every day to be more mindful of your eating. Now, an advanced portion of this would be integrate the name of one of your products or services or programs into your message, and even if it's just one
Mm.
word, right? Like
Okay.
when I do my message, I say, I want to give you 3 guerrilla publicity tips today. Well, that's one of my books, Guerrilla
Yeah.
Publicity, right? And so
Yes.
I don't say in page 85, just do it this simply, elegantly, and gracefully, but put at
Okay.
least one word into your message.
Okay. That aligns with your program, your philosophy, your whatever your thing is, right?
Exactly. And here's the thing. Remember, it's staying away from my words into what is it that serves externally, right? What serves the
Yes.
world? And when I say the world, that's like, yes, your clients. But what
Yes.
do I need to know? Like, tell me 3 ways that I can relieve stress in my day. Like, give me
Okay.
specifics, right?
Okay.
Like, I can give you 3 ways that you can create great guerrilla publicity. And so one is to create your ooh
Mm.
factor. Now with that, I just did a sound bite. I did something fun, making you perk up, I hope, and listen.
Yeah.
So sound bites are a beautiful thing. Think about that. And so making
Mm.
your making your solutions into sound bites really work, and make them into commanding language, make them memorable and easy, please. No jargon, none of your
Mm.
talk, your technical talk, really simple language. 5-year-old language is best.
Hmm. Okay. So, what exactly is a sound bite? Can you
Well,
give
let me
maybe another example or two? Because
sure.
honestly, I've
So
heard that before, but I'm like, how do I do that?
sure, what a
I'm
sound
speaking for myself. I've just never been really clear on that.
absolutely. Well, what a soundbite is the opportunity to speak a what I would call a good solution to somebody, but do it in a way they can remember. Like mine is
Mm.
create your ooh factor. And my third tip is create the I've heard of you somewhere syndrome. Now
Hmm.
both of those are sound bites. They're short, they're quick, they're fast, they're focused. So you want to be looking at maybe an acronym, but I'm a little wary of acronyms, to be honest, because
Hmm.
then you have to spell it out, right? Like do
Right.
something that creates that ooh factor, is fun. I make people say it. You know what I'm saying? So then I have
I
an
do.
opportunity to do it simple and easy and keep things quick for people. So one of the things I'd recommend is be listening to your patients, your clients, and what do they say back to you that seems to be simple with whatever you just said to them? So be listening
Mm.
to what's landing, what's sticking, right? Like I talk to people
Hmm.
about being a star in your own backyard, right? And then I have a
Hmm.
star. And especially with Zoom, it's great to have a little bit of props and fun things to show so that people get engaged with you more.
Okay, I love that. I can see how that really makes you more memorable, and as a brand, as the person behind the brand. So, how's my sound?
You sound great. And
Okay. All
for
right. Just
instance,
wanted
I
to
have a
double check.
chiropractor, and
Yeah.
one of the things I have him doing is a banner right next to him on Zoom, with a quick download of what he does with his patients. So there's
Oh,
ways that you can memorably impress with people, including in your background. Notice I have all 4 books here. Yes.
yeah.
So pay attention. What's in your background? What's on your Zoom? Making sure that people know what you do and just quickly can connect to who you are.
Okay. I love that. That's so helpful. So basically that's the ooh ah factor. Is there anything you'd like to add about that?
About which part?
The ooh ah factor,
Oh, I
right?
love
That
the ooh factor.
Yeah,
So one
the
of the
ooh
things I
ah.
would
That's right.
tell,
I
I
gotta
know it's
say
fun to
ooh
say, isn't it?
ah. Yeah.
Ooh factor. So one of the things I'd like to add is that part of what works there is use everything you've got.
Mm,
Use your ethnicity, use your religion, use being a woman for International Women's Day,
mm.
for example. One of my health coaches, she's African American, and we had her change her positioning with Black Lives Matter. Like, use everything you've got. And thereby, when you're able to do that, what happens is you can reach a lot more people. I mean, that's exciting, right? You want to be able to
Right.
reach a lot more people. And one way to do that when you use everything you've got is now you can expand your audience significantly. And that is a beautiful thing.
Okay. Okay. Can you give us another example that,
Absolutely.
that my audience might, relate to? The health coach was good because,
Yes,
it relates to health. Maybe
absolutely.
elaborate on another example that someone in healthcare and maybe private practice that you've helped.
Yes, well, an acupuncturist that I
Okay.
supported, one of the things I'm really big on is expand your message, right? So,
Mhm.
go to Harrow, Help a Reporter Out, and
Mhm.
look at all the areas in health and see who's asking for, what. And then be, what might I call creative and expansive with how you answer. So, this acupuncturist, having learned from me and working with me privately and taking my virtual publicity course, all kinds of things that he's done with me, he said, Jill, I have learned to use everything I got. And he saw something on Harrow, which is a place where reporters are looking for you. And it said acupressure. Now he's an acupuncturist, but he does, know how to use acupuncture. They were looking for the face, right? So he
Hmm.
submitted something about that, and then I co-submitted it about using acupuncture on the face. So use your clients as testimonials because I'm also one of his clients. How easy that is, right?
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
you want to be having your clients sometimes come on in with we'll call it an endorsement, a testimonial, a way that whatever you're promoting can support. And guess what? Because he was able to relate acupressure and acupuncture for the face, he got in
Mhm.
first for women, which is a huge national magazine. They sent out a
Mm.
photo shoot. It hangs proudly in his wall. And let me just tell you, when a first time client walks into his office and says, well, I don't know, is he good? Media solidifies that. Media is a third party
Mm.
endorsement, which it puts you as the first party in people's minds because it underlines how good you are. And, it's that, ooh, they must be good. They've been featured in media. So, start wherever you can start. Podcasts are fairly easy to get on. You can
Mhm.
find them in iTunes with, again, one word, maybe under health or coaching, health
Mhm.
coaching, even together. See who's doing podcasts on this. But that's the point I want you to hear is we expanded his message. And so one of the
Okay.
things I'd like you to really start being expansive about is expand your message, right? And so it is about how do you take care of yourself every day? How do we stay away from anxiety and all of the problems that we've had because of our 2 years of COVID?
Mhm.
Tie your story into COVID and where we are now in pandemic recovery, right? And how to come
Mm.
healthily through this next phase. And I just would keep doing things like that and
Mhm.
keep looking for, check your phone in the mornings and just see what is the news and how can you fit in.
I love that. That is such good recommendations. I love it. Um, I'd love just to touch on one more topic at least, and that is what would you say? Tell us about the return on investment in terms of publicity, right? Because you know we obviously have mostly working out of budgets and things like that. So how would you address a question such as that in
And
terms
tell
of
me the question
ROI?
again.
Yeah, just t- I, I I just wanted you to comment on the return on investment, right? For because probably many people in my audience would be a little bit cautious about investing in this sort of thing. So, what would you say? What have you seen?
Oh gosh, well, super results. Let me just say.
Okay.
Listen, one of my clients who is a former dentist turned pain relief specialist, because of course dentists know a lot about pain relief. She actually does more alternative pain relief now, and following one of my tips about, and that was completely free, by the way, because I'm into giving people good things you can do for free that I've been telling you some things right here today. Well, guess what? She got 9 clients specifically out of one announcement in her local newspaper, in her local alumni press. That was completely free. 9 clients came from that, and actually 15 prospects, more of whom became clients later. I'm just telling you about the 9 who landed right away.
Okay.
So particularly clients and prospects is what ROI you're going to get. Also, it's that name recognition. It's that I've heard of you somewhere syndrome. It's trust in the marketplace. Like, why would they pick one healthcare provider over another, right? Because, listen, there are many choices. So part of that is trust. And when your name appears in media, on podcasts, in the local press, all of a sudden they're like, yeah, I've heard of you somewhere. And that generates you. And the power of publicity is the 3 M's, I like to say. If you like M&Ms, you're going to really like the 3 M's, which is to magnetize you, to monetize you, and to multiply you. And that's what publicity does, and makes it simple, and it is free. Okay. So listen, I'm into guerrilla publicity and simple, affordable ways to get it done. All of my programs are extremely affordable. And let me just say, part of that is my heart is with entrepreneurs and small business owners, right?
Yeah.
And I know you got to get your name out there. So here's the thing. Imagine this. If all you did was get one more new client from, every month from one thing that you've learned today or anything else you choose to do, guess what? Wow. I think that's worth it. That's return on investment. That's money in the bank.
I love that. So Jill, as we start to wrap up today, I'm sure our audience would like to know, where can they find you? Where can they learn more? And, maybe what would you recommend as a next step?
Absolutely. So one of the things I prepared for you all is a wonderful free gift. And if you go to publicitycrashcourse.com/
Okay.
Yes, thank you. You're awesome.
Oh, wait, that's a different one, right?
Yes.
You wanted to, let me create a different one.
Oh, thank you so much, Leslie. Go to publicitycrashcourse.com/ free gift. And in there, you will have a wonderful, more great publicity tips. And then sign up. I actually do an interactive free publicity masterclass. So come on to that. It's a wonderful
Is this
way.
right?
Let me check it out.
Publicity
that's
crash
right.
course. Oops, I think I spelled I had a little misspelling.
You've got it.
Let me
You
fix
got
that.
it. That's perfect. Oh, whoops.
Oh, I forgot a C there. Let me fix that, guys. Well, it's not clickable anyway, but let me fix that.
Yeah. So it's publicitycrashcourse.com/ free gift. So come on, check out the free publicity masterclass. Let's get you going with your actions, and of course, reach out to me on my website, and I can also have a private chat with you too. Happy to help.
Oh, that would be
any way I can.
Cool. All right, here we go. I think I got that spelled right. Publicitycrashcourse.com / free gift.
You got it.
Yay. All right.
Wait. No. There's still an S in there, my darling.
Wait. Oh my God. Crash. Oh yeah. Oh my God. You guys, so sorry. All right. Crash course. You guys know how to spell that, right? Clearly, I'm having a hard time with the typos today. So crashcourse.com / free gift. Crash course.
Yes.
I need I need a crash course on typing, clearly.
Yeah. And let me just spell it. Let me just say it out for you again. It's publicitycrashcourse.com / free gift.
Yep. Publicity crash. Yes, I got an extra S there. Oh my goodness.
Beautiful. And
guys.
My big tip for you is, let's get going. Take a first step, create a message, and the message is what matters, because my friends, look at this. You matter. You matter.
Oh,
and so it's important for you to get your message out and to let the world know who you are.
So important. Right. Otherwise, people don't know there's a solution for the problems that you can help them solve. They just don't know, right? And they continue to struggle and languish. So I always kind of feel like it's our almost like our moral obligation, right? To get the message out there so people know there's a solution. So guys, definitely go grab publicitycrashcourse.com/free gift. Go to that site, download Jill's freebie today, her special gift. And I'm going to do the same myself. So I'm also going to check out her book, um, Guerrilla, what is it called again? Just so everyone knows.
Guerrilla Publicity. And come on to my
Guerrilla Publicity.
publicity masterclass. It's super fun and interactive, and you'll learn a lot.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so we're going to wrap up then for today. I do want to thank you, Jill, so very much for taking the time to talk with me, as well as sharing your wisdom and your strategies and tips with our audience today. So thank you very much.
Thank you,
And
Leslie.
yeah, you're welcome. And I look forward to seeing all of you next week. Same time, same place. Have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.